You ever seen one guy rizz up 10 baddies at once? Have you ever seen a Tsundere character absolutely wreck an innocent guy for no good reason? Or have you noticed some anime little sisters have a really unhealthy desire for their If you have, then welcome to the point of no return. Welcome to Romance Anime Tropes. Today we're going over 6 of the most iconic but cringeworthy tropes in romance anime history. Okay, the first thing you need to know about romance anime is that it's targeted at different audiences. There's romance anime for girls, boys, girls with and boys with gooning issues. You know who you are. There's also a lot of different genres that add romance to their stories to give it that extra flair, like romance in a comedy story about aliens and nature spirits, or a battle shonen anime that requires you to draw power from a girl's chest so you can feel strong. Guys, do not watch this anime. But through it all, there are tropes, little tidbits, or elements that are always present in almost every single romance anime. And I'm not just talking about fan service, although I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a common thing too. But perhaps one of the most iconic tropes you're gonna find in this genre, especially in ones geared towards the conventional male audience, is the female bully, or tsundere. Every anime fan is painfully aware of the female bully character, also known as the tsundere. And this is when the female character or female love interest is a giant douche. She's mean, manipulative, and sometimes borderline psychotic to the main character. You have no idea how many times I had to watch a cool guy get the brakes beaten out of him while being called a pervert or a baka or both. Some examples of girls who do this are Taiga Aisaka from Toradora, Eris from Moshoko Tensei, Yui Kotagawa from To Love Rui, and even Noelle from Black Clover. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Okay, now this got me thinking, go in the comments, name a tsundere who basically invented emotional abuse, but you low-key stan anyway. Cause the fact is, the female bully always has got a thing for the lead, but the only way they can express it is through pure and unconditional violence, insults, and making the guy question if he should even be alive. I mean, it kind of confirms that childhood saying that when a girl likes you, she'll stop at nothing to physically and emotionally hurt you.
Men, we don't know what we did.
According to romance anime, that's just how the female brain works. But I have to admit, I'm not sure if this trope makes these girls more or less attractive. Because while the violence might be a turnoff for the simple-minded man, the writers make up for this trope by making these girls deceptively strong or competent. And if they can't make that happen, just give her huge and call it a day. Guys, I know she's a little crazy, but I totally understand where she's coming from. She's got a lot on her chest. And then, when the writers really want to spice it up, they make her get nervous and defensive whenever she tries to show affection. For the love of God, you do not have to be so embarrassed. Like, someone tell these girls that it's not a crime to actually like someone. I mean, the funny thing is, these kind of characters are the ones who lose their minds when the MC takes an interest in another girl. Like, what do you expect? You've been nothing but mean to the dude, and now you're getting mad that he's not giving you attention. And trust me, the craziest female character tropes are still ahead, and you definitely don't want to miss them. But if you think tsunderes are bad, then you gotta hear about this male character trope, the male lead. Now, when it comes to the male lead, there's only 2 ways to go. First off, he needs the perfect look, so give him the Kirito build and call it a day. Don't you dare try to be innovative. Okay, maybe you can change the hair shape and color, but everything else has gotta stay the same. Next, when it comes to his personality, we can either make him a hot-headed romantic that has trouble talking to girls, a loner, quiet dude that has trouble talking to girls, or he's the coolest character you'll ever meet that has trouble talking to girls. You see where I'm going? And for the most important thing, and I cannot stress how important this is, whenever anything remotely sexual happens, even if it's as little as holding hands, he's gonna lose his freaking mind. This dude has gotta be dead afraid of any kind of physical contact with a woman. Make his head turn into a teapot, give him those blushing cheeks, and for the love of God, if it looks like he's about to see a girl without clothes, give him a freaking nosebleed. More! I said more! This is the average romance male lead, the Rentoros and Shidos. If you're not satisfied with that, then you make him a stoic, dark-eyed six-pack character who actually doesn't give 2 cents about any of the girls around him, but he secretly does, and he's hiding a lot of trauma. After that, every single girl he meets will always have that little voice in their head that tells them, I can fix him.
けど、今日一度も綾小路くん笑ってないし。
Don't worry, we're gonna talk about the most ridiculous male lead later on in this video, so don't go anywhere. Enemies to lovers. Now, this is probably one of the most dramatic tropes you will ever find. It puts two characters who should absolutely not be in the same room and forces them to work together until they eventually fall for each other. And don't get me wrong, some of these characters genuinely hate themselves. And some of the scenarios that come into play here can go from normal to how is that even possible? On the one hand, we have stories like Toradora, which focuses on high school kids who constantly bump heads. And on the other hand, we have The Devil is a Part-Timer that has the literal devil, and I mean Satan himself, having a love-hate relationship with the angel sent to kill him. And then we have to watch them ask themselves the age-old question, why is my mortal enemy kinda cute though? Apparently, nothing builds chemistry like trying to kill each other on Monday and falling in love on Tuesday. Take Koroshi Ai, for example, a story about a male assassin who meets a female bounty hunter who's trying to capture him. And after several fights and some sensual bits of altercation, the guy literally starts stalking her and basically forces her to go on dates with him in exchange for info. This lady hates him at first, and yet after a lot, and I mean a lot of spicy tension, they finally bond over that sweet, sweet shared trauma. And the rest, as they say, is history. That's basically the enemies to lovers trope for you. Two characters who were so opposed and in two different worlds, forced to be together due to some kind of circumstance, and it is on. Cliche scenes include the we've been fighting all day and now we have to sleep in the same bed scene, the you did something stupid and now I'm mad and on fire scene, and my favorite, the something dramatic happens, I scream, and we cut to outside whatever building we're in. The harem. Ah, the harem anime trope. Honestly, this might be the craziest trope of them all, because at its core, this shouldn't be possible, and yet somehow it is. Now, if you don't know what a harem anime is, how are you doing today? Like, you must be a really sane person. Basically, the harem trope is when we have a main character with multiple love interests, and all the love interests have to compete for the love of the MC, and in the end, they'll have to choose one or basically end up having all the girls, or guys, to themselves. Sometimes we can have 3 potential love interests, sometimes 5, and sometimes we get the 100 girlfriends who really love you. My main problem with the harem trope is that it always involves the everyman kind of male lead. You know, the Kirito mod with no real personality whatsoever. It's so bland and uninteresting. And somehow, he gets all the girls anyway. It's not fair. Peacocks have to show their butts to get female attention. I have to lie consistently on my Tinder profile to match with someone, and all this guy has to do is freaking exist, and the girls call him senpai. Bro rizzes up so many girls just by giving them basic levels of respect. It's insane. There's also a fascinating line of support characters within the harem. Don't get me wrong, every lineup is a little different, but there'll always be overlaps. Like the female bully we mentioned earlier, the stoic and reserved girl who doesn't show a lot of emotion, the stalker, the smart one, the dumb one, and the girl he met when he was 5 and they reunited later in life, but she pretends to be a boy for an entire season until she helps him get over as a Okay, maybe that last one isn't so common. Also, if you're a social worker wondering where the parents of these crazy and hormonal teenagers are,
and I'm gonna need you to get off my back about all of them. You know what? I'm gonna get off of that thing.
Cause, make no mistake, harem animes are diverse in their own unique ways. There's the classic guy gets chased by all the girls like High School D&D, quintessential quintuplets, Date Alive, and there's the girl that gets chased by all the guys like Kiss Him Not Me. So diverse. And some of them in between, like Ouran High School Host Club. But one thing is certain, no matter what harem anime you watch, you'll always get the spice. Honestly though, tell me in the comments, a harem anime you would want to be in, and one you would never want to be in, like in a million years. That should be interesting. Let me know. Okay, this is annoying to a lot of people, because sometimes it's cute and wholesome, and sometimes it's just downright disturbing. It's the very tired and very disturbing Oni-chan trope.
おはようございます、お兄ちゃん。
楓、何度も言ってるが、僕のベッドに潜り込むのはやめなさい。
It's the little sister loves big brother so much that she wants all his attention. Now, as I said, it can either be wholesome or it might make you cover your eyes in horror. This trope involves a younger sister who loves her big brother, wants his approval, wants his validation, and sometimes wants him. And that's when things start to get really strange. This trope usually shows up in a romance anime where the main character is surrounded by multiple love interests and the little sister plays the role of gatekeeper. You know, you can't get to her brother without her permission. Now, believe it or not, this style actually does have a purpose. The writers say it's for the protectiveness of the little sister to give instant drama while humanizing and giving depth to the main character. It's also used for wish fulfillment. Apparently, the little sister is the ultimate supportive companion who believes in you, encourages you, cooks works for you, protects your honor, and is apparently an angel with wings. But then there's the dark side of it all, when the little sister actually wants to the older brother. This is usually fixed with the she's the stepsister tag, so it's okay, like an Eromanga Sensei. This is another one I definitely don't recommend you watch, by the way. It gets really weird. Then there are stories like My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute, which just inches closer and closer into the category. On the other side of this, we have the male character with the sister complex, from characters like Yuri Breyer from Spy in the Family, and Gosh from Black Clover, and Tanjiro? Okay, maybe that one's a little far-fetched, but I'm still recovering from the amount of cringe I've had to endure from watching these guys moon over their sisters so much. Like, ew. And this brings us to our final and probably most iconic romance anime trope of them all, the one that almost ruined the genre for me, the slow burn. Now, if you're like me and you just want to be happy, the slow burn might be your worst enemy. It's the single most stealthily wicked thing a romance anime can ever do to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So what exactly is the slow burn? Well, this is the will they, won't they almost did, but the school festival burned everything down. It's that trope where it takes 3 seasons, 2 movies, a beach OVA, a Christmas special, and 4 near confessions for the 2 romantic leads to just admit that they have feelings for each other. It's so obvious you guys like each other. Like, everyone around you knows it, I know it, yet somehow you guys are clueless and unwilling to address it. And the crazy part is, whenever one of the leads is about to make his or her feelings known after leading the audience on for so long, or whenever they're about to share a kiss for the first time, like I'm on the edge of my seat, eyes wide and palms clenched, drenched in sweat, thinking this is it, and then the moment gets ruined because someone walks in, they chicken out, or get this, it was all a joke. It's a slow burn, but that's what makes it iconic. I understand that it's all part of the journey. After all, if they decided to have the main character get the girl so early on in the story, there wouldn't be a story. Slow burn equals longevity. But my god, do we have to move at a snail's pace? There's so many examples of this trope being used in the genre. It's there between Toru and Kyo and Fruit Basket, but then that payoff at the end, oh, is so massive. It's in Toradora, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Snow White with the red hair, and my personal favorite, Your Lie in April. The slow burn between Kusei and Kaori is one for the history books, and the ending is one of the saddest stories you'll ever see in any anime. But seriously, if you haven't seen Your Lie in April, then don't watch it if you care about being happy. But that's why we love this genre. Sure, it subscribes to predictable cliches that we've seen over and over again, but it also helps us slow down emotions that are sometimes difficult to understand in real life, and it gives meaning to the small moments, like the brushing of hands, sharing an umbrella, staring into each other's eyes, or having your childhood sweetheart help you recover from ED. We watch because we love the feeling of butterflies, anticipation, tension, longing, and closeness, all delivered in this bizarre and satisfying medium called animation. Because say what you want about all these tropes, but you gotta admit, they're extremely fun to watch. And speaking of things that are fun to watch, YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this other video on my channel. Click it and find out.